I overheard two persons having a conversation about having a better life. And then along the line of the conversation, I heard one of them say, God, please grant me promotion. This struck something in me, and this is what I want to share with you in this video. It's a beautiful thing for anyone to yearn for promotion and progress. As a matter of fact, we all should always aim to go higher, because that's God's desperate desire for all of us. All of us. But after I heard the person asking God for promotion, I heard a voice on my inside as if replying that person on behalf of God. Do you have the competence, the character, the capacity right now to receive this promotion if I granted your desire? I learned from someone that God actually answers all prayers, all, and his answer can be one of three possible answers. Yes, no, or wait, depending on his best interests for us all and our capacity to receive. No good thing will he withhold from anyone. So I know that God has this principle that he is a God of blessing. God is a God of blessing. There is no cross in him at all. There is nothing anybody wants to tell me. God is a God of blessing. As a matter of fact, he is hasty to bless. He's always hasty to bless because he has this chronic character of always giving away. He always wants to bless. In fact, did you know that he wants to bless you right now, right this moment, right away, no matter who you are or what you've done? But why does he always want to bless? He always wants to see his glory rubbing off on and imbued into all of his creation, from the mountain to the hills to the valleys to all animals and plants, and of course to all human beings. That is a character of God we can describe as a chronic, benevolent generosity. But this does not mean that he suffers from a mental disorder as identified by some clinical psychological pathologists as compulsive giving or pathological generosity. No. His chronic, extravagant generosity is in careful check. Not in careful check of who the requester is or what sin he has committed, but in careful check of the capacity of the requester to receive that blessing. This is because God is carefully keen about any form of wastage and the mess it will cause in people's lives and the environment. He hates filling the drum till the overflowing oil causes a mess all over the place. No. Inasmuch as he's chronically liberal and unupbraiding in his giving, he wants to make sure that the blessing does not cause any form of embarrassment, self-disappointment, destructive self-image, waste spills, mental breakdown or worn-out, emotional disturbance or trauma, societal ridicule to your person, or any such kind of mess as a result of your inability or lack of readiness to handle the weight, the substance of the blessing. So whatever the amount of blessing that you have received is just how much that you have developed yourself to receive. Another thing, we are always insatiable for more. We yearn for more, push for more, scramble for more. Even while we have the blessing right in our mouth, we want to stuff in some more. But then I learned that for us to be that insatiable is actually God's design because he has so much with him to give to us. But the question is, do we have for more? Do we have the capacity to receive the next blessing when it comes so that it doesn't cause a mess or wastage in our lives? I think our request should not be, God, grant me promotion. But God, am I ready for a promotion? Nature is not really moved by our emotions. It is moved by our capacity. The moment you have shown enough commitment to adequately manage what currently is in your hand, the chronically benevolent, generous benefactor will impatiently lift you up. Nature will come in your favor. But yet again, not above your newly acquired capacity to receive. Why is this so? He does this in principled carefulness so that he is not responsible for messing up your life, even to the slightest degree, had he given even the slightest, smallest jar of blessing that is above your capacity to handle. This is exactly what King Solomon says, that his blessing makes rich and adds no sorrow with it. So, before you ask God for the next blessing, or before you seek for nature's favor to come your way, or before you apply to any individual or any corporation, make sure you have developed enough capacity for more. Make sure you have made enough room for more. Because the real issue is whether you want some more or not, but if you have developed enough room for more. This is where continuous self-improvement and personal development comes in. Think about it.